Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a get ready with me / first impressions video / a little mini Q&A because I did post on my community tab about a week ago, you know, if anyone had any questions for me, like Q&A or like assumptions, whatever, and I got some questions. I also post on Instagram as well, so if you're not following on Instagram, a little plug, please follow me because I post often, not every day, but I'm trying to be better at that. And yeah, so today I've got some new products that I haven't yet tried. Some of them I might have tried a few times, but it's mostly all newer items. And I'm going to answer some questions, so if that interests you, then I guess stay tuned. All right, so one of the things I'm going to try is something I've had for a while. It's the Figs and Rouge Hydra Matte Pore Correct Velvet Cream. I assume this is a primer, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'm just going to go in and see what it's like. So when I posted, you know, what does everyone want to know about me? A lot of questions were about project panning and obviously about YouTube, which clearly makes sense because I am on YouTube. So one of the questions was, do I ever get sick of project panning? Is there ever a time when I get, you know, I kind of get stuck or I just don't want to do it? And yes, absolutely. I think I hit a wall at the end of last year. I definitely had project panning fatigue. And probably around December time, I had been project panning for a good year by that point. And, you know, I just was kind of sick of some items. I think also last year I wasn't doing as many projects and I wasn't doing the things that I enjoy the most when it comes to project panning. So one of the things I've realized this year, and it's been a journey, but one of the things I've realized is I like to be in control of what I'm going to project pan. I have said this multiple times, but I do not like prompt-based project pans. I like watching them and I really enjoy seeing what people do, but for myself and my own journey as a project panner, I guess, I do not enjoy them. I'm just going to go in with this Essence Hydro Hero 24-hour hydrating tinted cream. Never tried it. I have it in the shade Natural Ivory. So far it looks like a good, decent shade match. A little bit paler than what I've been going for recently, but it is cloudy today. The sun is not out. It's kind of miserable weather for some reason, but it's very, very hot. So I'm not able to go out into the sun. So it's all good. And it has SPFs. Not that I'm going outside, but it does have SPF. So yeah. Another question I got asked is, why did you start project panning? And then also sort of in line with that, why did you start your YouTube channel? And there's multiple reasons for this. So the reason why I started project panning was really because I found Sarah Rose's channel. Just randomly, I was just going through, you know, video by video, as you do. You kind of like just go from one video to another when you watch YouTube. And I stumbled upon the channel. I had never heard of project panning before. I've always been watching, you know, makeup videos and been interested in tutorials and stuff. And I had at that time been watching a few people, but never like project panning videos. So I kind of like opened it and I was like, hold on a minute, she's talking about the makeup that she's finished. She's talking about hitting pan. This is really interesting. And then I just went down a rabbit hole of so many people, and I found Steph Lion, and I just basically binge watched all of Steph Lion's project panning. I mean, unfortunately she doesn't post as much, but she had so many videos I was able to binge watch it. And at that time I hardly commented on people's videos. I have been watching YouTube for so long, but I just wasn't one of those people who likes the video or comments. I just never registered to me that that was good for their engagement. Now I do it because I know that it's helping them and it's just showing my appreciation to what they've done. So I do it now, but I never used to do it. And I basically binge watched all her videos and I commented, I'm like, I'm so glad I found you. I basically watched all of your videos. And then I kept watching them and I thought, you know what, I've got skincare, I've got some makeup that I've hit pan on. I could do this. This looks like fun. And, you know, it was in 2020. I had my son in February of 2020. We were all in lockdown and I was bored. I just thought, hang on a minute, should I not just go and try to do this myself? I have a smartphone. I don't have a proper camera or anything, but I feel like I could do it, you know. I was like, well, hang on a minute. I see so many people who do it without the quality that I'm used to seeing, and I don't mind watching their videos, so maybe I could do it. I just tried the Catrice True Skin High Cover Concealer. This one is a new one for me as well. I haven't tried it yet. This is in the shade 10, Cool Cashmere. So yeah, so I posted my first video, and it was just a project pan video. That was the first thing I posted, and it was really exciting. But obviously I think I only got like a few, maybe I might have got like up to 40 views, and I thought, wow, this is cool. And then I got a few subscribers. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And then I joined a Facebook group, not for panning, but I joined a Facebook group just to sort of help with, you know, first time people who tried to go on YouTube, like, you know, not a sub for a sub, because there's so many Facebook groups where it's, if you subscribe to my channel, I'll subscribe to your channel. And I looked at those and they were just like horrifying. So I did join this actually joined a couple of nice groups, but I've stopped going on them because I just felt like they weren't the type of groups that really I enjoyed, and at the end of the day, and I didn't feel like they were helping my channel. I think they helped my channel in the first probably 6 months. So one of the questions actually I got asked was, do you have any recommendations on like how to, like when you're first starting your channel? And honestly, no, I don't know the right way. I think a lot of people get lucky, and then there's people like me who've been doing it for 2 years, and it's just like slow, steady progress, week on week, you know, by day. And there's been so many times when I've just wanted to quit, and my partner has gotten so sick of me saying, oh, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to post anymore. There's no point. I'm never going to get to where I want to be. I never thought I'd get to over 1,000. So I'm very thankful that I've been able to do it, but it has taken a while. I mean, some people get to 1,000 in just a few months, or, you know, if they go viral in a few days, you know, it all depends on the algorithm. You know, I don't know how YouTube really works, to be honest, but some people get it, some people don't. Sometimes you just keep going and you don't really get anywhere. But as long as you enjoy what you're doing, then it shouldn't really matter, right? So I think my advice would be, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. So if you are enjoying what you're doing and you're finding pleasure in the small things, editing, posting, seeing the views or seeing subscribers go up, or just commenting and talking to people and joining the community, then that is all that's worth. That's worth all of the struggle that you face, and that feels like it's worth it at the end of the day. So yeah, why did I start doing it? As I said, I was bored, and I just thought, you know what, I want to, this is a contour stick. I don't usually use contour stick. This is from Sosu Jackson. I recently ordered some stuff from Beauty Bay. I haven't done like a haul or anything, but I wanted to test them out. And maybe I'll do like a ranking of all the new stuff that I've picked up recently. I don't really contour, so I don't know what I'm doing. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, so yeah, I was bored, and I thought, oh, let me do it. And then I started doing project panning, and then I did some makeup hauls initially, and then I just got into it, and I found a really nice community, and then with actual project panning, because as I said, the Facebook group that I joined wasn't really project panning, it was more just beauty and lifestyle related, and I didn't feel like anyone in the group really were doing the videos that I were doing, which is just really about makeup collection, makeup inventory. They were all doing like tutorials or lifestyle, which is fine, but I didn't really gain any friends by being in that group, I guess, or like people who I could relate to, you know, or wanted to watch. So you know, I continued to watch Steph Lyons and everyone else who was doing project pannings, and then I kind of realized, hang on, there's this Facebook group called Fantastic Ladies. What is this all about? So I, you know, slowly joined them, and I think I was in the group for a really long time without doing any projects. So I was trying to see what it was all about. And, you know, the more I got into it, the more helpful it was to have found a community that is very supportive and really sweet. And, you know, I go watch as many videos as I can. and I just see everyone supporting each other, and it's just really nice. And it is content that I like watching because it's project panning. I like watching all sorts of stuff. One of the questions that I was asked in my community tab is, what other content do you watch? And I don't think I could write a whole list, because I don't think that there's enough time in the day to tell you. So that didn't really do much, but I'm not going to put any more cream items on, so I'm going to powder my face. The newest item that I have is the Nabla pressed powder. I like this, but I have to tell you guys, this really, really stinks. It just, I feel like they sent me one that's bad. It smells like cheese. It's awful. I might have to declutter this. It's really, really bad. I don't know why they sent me something that is expired, but it's really, really disappointing. But anyway, so if I'm not watching project panning, I will watch other beauty channels, but I also watch, let's see, what do I watch? I like watching mukbangs. If I'm, you know, on a diet and I don't, you know, I'm hungry, I will watch a mukbang. It's a weird thing but I do generally like it. It's kind of one of those guilty pleasures. I don't know what it is. It's like, oh, but it's not like the sounds of it or anything. I just literally look at the food and I'm like, oh, I want to eat that. You know, that's all it is. That's why I watch them. There are a few like true crime videos that I will watch. I don't get into them too much because I do feel like after a certain time they get really boring and repetitive. I also feel as though there's something weird about profiting off of people's tragedies, and I don't know. But most of the time I think I just watch commentary videos, and I also watch a lot of videos about commentary about films or TV shows, you know, like those really like long form content videos. I just find them interesting and fascinating, and initially I thought, hang on a minute, maybe I could do, you know, movie reviews, and because I'm very much interested in movies, and I've always been, and I actually studied film when I went to university, so I was like fully into, you know, wanting to do something with film, and I never did. So I watch videos like that, and I watch, I don't know, conspiracy theory videos, and there's just, I like watching Smokey Glow. I think she has really good opinions about things. She doesn't really post very much anymore, which is a shame, but I do like watching her as well. I like watching lifestyle vlogs. I like watching Carrie Dayton, you know, trying on, you know, she's a similar age to me, and we have similar body types, and I just like watching her channel, and I feel like we could be friends if we ever, you know, live near each other. I feel like we could be friends. So yeah, I think there's not just one particular type of video that I watch. If something looks interesting, I'll watch it. All right, I'm going to move on to eyeshadow. So I've got 3 different eyeshadow palettes here, which I feel really bad about. But don't judge me. So there was a sale on Beauty Bay, right? And everything was on sale that I bought. And I did buy all of this before their new palette came out, but honestly I wouldn't have bought the new palette from Beauty Bay anyway because I just don't like it. But I did get the Techni Days, which I think is really fun and vibrant. I just don't know if I'm really in the mood to do a fun and vibrant look, but that's probably the most exciting palette. And then I got 2 Revolution palettes, which I had been eyeing for a while, and you know what, I don't need these palettes, but I got the Batman one, which honestly I just wanted it because it was Batman, which I know you shouldn't buy makeup for that reason. But it also does have a nice neutral color story, so I thought that was nice. It's kind of like an autumny one. And then I also picked up this one, which is the Hydra Turtle. This came out a few months ago, probably back in March, a while ago actually, but I always thought this was really fun, and I was very blue, and I don't wear a lot of blues, so in hindsight I probably don't need this, but I really wanted to try it because I don't think I have a lot of these vibrant colors. So those are the 3 palettes that I get to choose from, or I could use all 3, who knows. So part of me wants to do just a neutral pink look, but I feel like that might be boring to watch. So it's going to be between these 2. And I'm thinking maybe I could just use both because this one obviously doesn't have many shades. I also haven't really used the Pastel Rose singles that I bought. I have only used 2 of them, but off camera, so I might want to dip into those as well. So I'm not really sure what I want to do, if I'm completely honest. I kind of want to go into this one. I might use a few shades from here, but then also I'm just going to use my Pastel Roses. So yes, let me do that. So one of the comments I got was also, what's my favorite eyeshadow brand? And I struggled with this one at first, but then it sort of dawned on me. I think it has to be BH Cosmetics, because I've only, I mean, aside from this one, which I haven't tried, I've only tried one Beauty Bay. I was thinking, oh, it's Beauty Bay, I really like their formula, but I've only tried one of their palettes, even though everyone says, oh, you know, it's the Beauty Bay formula. So I'm assuming their formula is the same across most of their palettes. So I like Beauty Bay, but I can't fully say that they're my favorite, just simply because I haven't tried them fully. And then I also, yeah, BH Cosmetics, I think it has to be BH Cosmetics, because I now have, is it 3? I have 4 of their palettes, and all of those palettes are amazing quality. So yeah, I think it's gotta be BH Cosmetics, just in terms of formula. I don't think they're my favorite palettes that I have. I don't think any of them are perfect palettes. You know, when it comes to maybe color story, there's always maybe 1 or 2 shades that I don't necessarily need in the palette. But in terms of formula, I think that's definitely my favorite that I've tried. But I also really like Huda Beauty, but I've never tried the 9-pan palettes from Huda Beauty, which apparently are worse than the bigger ones. I've only tried the bigger ones. So again, it's hard for me to say because I haven't tried too many. All right, so one of the questions was, what's my favorite project pan to do? A lot of the questions were project pan related. I do have a few others that weren't, but I'm just going to go in with this one. Actually, I'm going in with this 1981 shade. I'm just trying to lighten this up a little bit. But yeah, my favorite, I think it has to be like eyeshadow ones. I really like Partners in Cream though. So I think the Pan Nose eyeshadows is probably one of my favorites. And then followed up, I really like the Zodiac panel one that I'm doing, because I'm doing only eyeshadows with that. And I like star signs. So it just kind of is a combination of 2 things that I'm very interested in. If I wasn't doing eyeshadows for that project, probably not, but because I'm doing eyeshadows, I think it's a lot of fun, just simply because I like hitting pan on eyeshadows. It's just fun for me. And then I also, yeah, I like the Partners in Cream. I like my color pan. I think those are my top for sure. Yeah, those have to be my top ones. I don't think, I mean, I haven't really done any few other ones. I've done my own project pans before. I've never done a pan that palette. I think I would get very, very bored with that. But yeah, I think pan those eyeshadows, because that often changes. And you know, Partners in Cream, you have the option of what you want to pan, so it gives you that flexibility that prompts don't. As well as color pan, it gives you that flexibility, and the Zodiac pan, it gives you flexibility. It's based on color, so you really could pick anything. And because I've made it eyeshadows, it's fun for me. So those are probably my favorites. So I am going to go into all of the palettes, just simply because I want to do a lighter shade here, and those other 2 don't have them. But in this one, it has this really pale pink, so I'm going to go in there. Oh, you know what I did forget to do? I did pick up the Beauty Bay eyeshadow primer, and I didn't use it. Oh well. Okay, so a question that has nothing to do with YouTube or makeup that I was asked is, how do I feel about, you know, living in Portugal? What are the things I like and dislike the most? And also, would I ever move back to the UK? So if you're unfamiliar, I did move to Portugal back in October of last year. I was in the UK. Me and my partner and my son moved here with our animals. My partner is Portuguese and American, and he had a home here, so it just made it like easy and simple to obviously move here. And it just made a lot of sense at the time, because we wanted to save money, so that's kind of why we moved. England has gotten very, very expensive. Even now it's like even more expensive, but last year it was getting just too pricey. We weren't able to save, and here we're just trying to save and have less bills to pay, which is nice. So anyway, what do I like most about living in Portugal right now? I would have to say it's the weather, although not today because it's all cloudy and miserable. But for the most part, it's better than the UK. I've been able to really enjoy this summer. There's been a lot of really beautiful days. We live out in the country. We live 5 minutes from the sea. So it just seems like it's a better lifestyle for myself, and also my son really loves being outside. And you know, in England you just, there's only a few times of the year that you can be outside really, and then other times it's all rainy and cloudy or miserable. So you know, I think for all of us it's probably the weather and like where we live, just being by the sea. So I would say the things that I dislike the most is just not being able to speak the language. That has been really annoying. I have lived in Portugal before. So I lived in Portugal for 2 years, actually 3 years. I finished high school in Portugal. I went to an international school when I was younger, and it was only about an hour away from where I am right now. So I knew of Portugal, but it's really like the language for me is really hard to learn. So that's one of the things that I struggle with the most, not being able to really speak and feeling bad about it. I can understand a lot of things, but it's hard for me to verbalize what I want to say because it's just very different. And so yeah, that's the struggle that I'm facing at the moment. I think I'm going to go in with C over here. I'm just going to deepen it out in the corner. Another thing that I dislike about Portugal is just being away from my family. So this is a satin, by the way, or like a shimmer. I think it's a shimmery satin, but it seems to be the darkest shade in here. So we only live about 20 minutes away from my parents in England, so I would see them every week. And so that's been hard, not being able to see them all the time. So that's the biggest thing that I dislike about being here. So this is not really deepening it out too much. I don't really know what I'm doing with this look. All right, let me go in, I'm going to go back in with this Beauty Bay shade, and I'm going to go in with this Kaleidoscope shimmer. Ooh, it feels nice. Oh. Ooh, pretty. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Pretty. Very soft. Beautiful. Yeah, Beauty Bay does have really beautiful shimmers. I'm going to go in with the shade Hue just right in the corner here, and then I'm also going to use a Pastel Roses shade because I want to. So yeah, one of the questions was, would I move back to England or the UK, which was England. For me, I didn't, you know. And I would absolutely move back, but I don't think my partner would want to. So that's going to be sort of, I guess, a struggle that we're going to face. You know, we haven't been here a year yet, so I need to give it time, but I would love to move back. Maybe after we've saved quite a bit of money, maybe we can make more money. But yeah, I would love to move back. I just feel like, you know, it's my home. So my camera just stopped. I don't know where it stopped filming, but anyway, yeah, moving back to the UK, I would absolutely love to. It's just, you know, we have to find the right time to do it, and right now it's not the right time. But yes, I would move back to the UK, absolutely. If I had all of the power in the world, I would do it, but we'll just see how it goes here. Yeah, we haven't been here a year, so we'll see how it goes. We're also trying to fix up this house as well, and I don't know, maybe we can sell the place and, I don't know, maybe go somewhere else. Who knows? I don't really make plans for the future. I've lived in so many different countries in my life, and every sort of few years I move around, and it's not just I move to a new house, I literally move to a new country. It's been like that since I was a child because my parents were like that, so I'm just used to it and I don't feel settled anywhere. The longest I've ever lived somewhere was like for 7 years, and then we eventually had to move. I think I'm gonna go, I think I want to put some more blue down here because this is kind of blue and like periwinkle up here, and this has gone very purple. I kind of want to go, I think I'm going to go back in with Tide Pole and drape it down here, and then maybe put a little bit of blue. But yeah, if anyone wants to visit Portugal, it is a really nice place. I'm not a huge fan of the food, I have to say, but it's a nice, beautiful place, and they're quite nice to, like, it's a nice place for tourists. I feel like they're quite nice to tourists or people who don't necessarily speak the language. They're quite decent. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go in. There's a few blues in this palette. Which one should I go into? I kind of want to go into this more vibrant one. I mean, there is one up here too, but that's more of a like satin. So yeah, this one's called Wave. You know, this Revolution palette is pretty decent. It's the quality so far has been pretty nice. Obviously they don't have like super impactful shimmers in here, but I've just used the mattes, and the mattes have been pretty nice so far. So yeah, back to my recommendations for anyone who wants to start a YouTube channel or is already doing it. I guess I never really said what you should do, and just from my experience, I think you have to be consistent. You just have to. You can't just post one video every other week or once a week, because I just don't think that's good enough, especially when you're such a small channel. You have to post more. It's just better, right? It's just better for the algorithm, and it's frustrating because obviously when you don't make any money off of YouTube, a lot of time is spent making videos, editing and stuff, and we've all got jobs and careers elsewhere. It's just a hobby. So you really have to invest in it as if it's a job, be very consistent with it, and then not necessarily see the results. It's going to take a while unless you suddenly like get hit by the algorithm and you do really well, which really doesn't happen to many people, let's be honest. So yeah, I would just you have to be consistent, and you have to enjoy what you're doing. If you're just going to do it and not enjoy it, you're never going to get anywhere. And I would also encourage anyone to just continue supporting other people and other channels, commenting on their videos, and just being as supportive as possible to everyone else who is in the same genre as you, or maybe not even the same genre, just anyone else that you find, like smaller creators, because, you know, the more you encourage them, they'll notice you, they'll encourage you back, maybe subscribe to you back, and you just end up in this really nice community of people who are all doing the same thing, encouraging each other, and it's very organic. It's not and it makes you feel like you're not alone, because it is very lonely when you post a video and you get like, I don't know, hardly any views. It is pretty lonely. Okay, so I'm going to go in with some shades from my pastel roses because I have been neglecting them. I'm not sure what to do. I want to have a little pop in here, and I don't know which one to do. So I'm just trying to see what these, some of these are like duochromes. Obviously that's more like yellowy, so I could do like a yellow shift on there. This one's really pretty, but it's, oh, it's so pretty. Maybe I should do that. It's obviously purple with like pink, a little bit of blue. But should I go something a bit different, or this one? Or I could do both. Maybe, okay, let me, this is the pinky one. Let me go in with the pinky one. This is called, what is this called? Treats. It's very pretty, and it's soft too. It's the softest one out of the bunch that I bought. Okay, so that's very pretty, but I'm going to go in with this other one, which I think is called Carrot Cake. Yeah, Carrot Cake. So this one's called Carrot Cake, and I'm going to put that here. I mean, you also have to sort of do videos that interest you. So when I first started out, I would do videos where, you know, my July favorites, my August favorites, because I saw other people doing that, but I don't watch those videos. I feel like once I've started to do videos that I actually like watching, I think it comes across better in my own videos because there's a general interest from myself in doing those videos. You know, I do empty videos because I like watching them. I do project panning because I like watching them. I do, I don't know, what else do I do? A lot of project panning. I do makeup hauls because I do end up watching them. I don't do a lot of declutter videos, but I recently did, and you know, I like watching declutter videos. Not all the time, but there's sometimes I really like watching them, so I will watch them. And it's just one of those things. I think I'm going to stop it there. I think this is quite a colourful look for myself, and yeah, I want to move on from some eyeshadows. So the newest bronzer that I have in terms of powder is my Nabla. This one I have basically rubbed off the name because I've been using it so much. This is in the shade Dune. This is so nice. I'm going to go as far as to say this is my favourite powder bronzer at the moment. I think it beats my BH Cosmetics. I think it does. It's just so nice, so neutral, and you can't really go wrong. I have some bronzers that are just way too pigmented, and I go wrong. And this one I feel like I can't go wrong. So one of the questions was, what do you wish you did differently when you first started out? And I feel like I don't think there's too much that I really would do differently, because I did what I could do. I'm gonna go in with this blush. This is from like the Chinese store. My mom bought this and then she never took it with her when she came visiting me, but it's really beautiful. But I haven't tried it, I've just watched it. So I'm gonna put that on. Yeah, that's beautiful. It's like a shimmery blush. I don't know what I would do differently because I don't have, you know, a good camera or anything. I just use my phone. I think I probably would have just stuck to what I enjoyed doing the most and not tried to copy other people. I think I would have been a little less shy about what I was doing and probably reached out to more people. I did do a few collaborations when I first started out, which didn't end up doing too well. Just simply because the collaborators either let me down or it was just a weird situation. So I probably wouldn't have done those because I was just doing it to do it, and it wasn't like I needed to do it with those people because I was generally just starting out and I didn't really have I didn't really know what I was doing, so I don't think I would have done those. So I picked up this from Beauty Bay, obviously. Oops. So I just dropped this. But this is the Soda Holding On Tight to You Pressed Highlighter from Frozen 2. I just dropped it and it's like cracked along here, but I've just pushed it in. But it looks really pretty, and I just thought I might just put some of that on. But other than that, I just think maybe I would have been a little bit more consistent, maybe taken it a little bit more seriously. Oh my gosh, I think I put way too much on, but that's really pretty. And I don't know, I got a lot of support from my family, my friends, my partner, and I still do. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would do anything differently, to be honest. Oh, I know what I would do differently. I probably wouldn't buy all the makeup that I had bought, because I did buy a lot of makeup just to do a video, whereas I feel like now I buy makeup because I want to buy it, and it's not just for a video. It's more just for me to, because I'm taking pleasure in using that product. But I did do like a whole face of Revolution, a whole face of Essence, and it was good to try those brands because I hadn't even tried like a lot of those products before, so it was good for me to like start doing that, but it was kind of boring. So I had wanted to do a red lip, but I don't think a red lip's going to go with this look. I think it's going to be too much. So I think instead I am going to, I got two Kimchi lip glosses. Never tried Kimchi before, so this is the peach pink, and I think I'm just going to go in with this one. But I did get this one. This would have been for my red look, and I also have a lip liner, but I'm not going to do that. Actually, I did pick up this other lip liner. This is the NYX Trophy Life. I tried this the other day. Let me just use this. So I did say that I'm not into lip liners, but I wanted to try these. And I'm glad I did, because it's very, very soft. It's so much softer than the other ones that I have. I just don't like the way my lips look when I put lip liner. I feel like they get too big, which is pretty funny because everybody wants bigger lips. All right, I'm going to go in with this one. This is the High Gloss Balm. Oh my gosh, this is not the right color. Oh my gosh. All right, the last thing that I have, oh no, I'm also going to spray my face as well, but let me just put this on. So this is the Catrice Volume and Length Mascara. Picked this up recently too. So this is not from Beauty Bay. I picked up some Essence and some Catrice items in the supermarket here. So the wand is a wand that I like. So hopefully I like this, because the mascara that I'm trying to work on, which is the W7, this is the dupe for the Benefit one, this is the Absolute Lashes, is horrendous and atrocious, and I really want to get rid of it. So I wanted to open up another mascara. I'm also almost done with my Laura Mercier mascara. This is like a little mini, so I do need to open up a new one. So I thought, okay, let me try this one. Ooh, I like this a lot actually. And this was only about €2. Alright, so one of the last things I'm going to do before I set my face, I am going to go in the corner here and just do a little highlight. This is a really nice highlighter. I told myself I don't need any more highlighters, and then I go out and buy a bunch of highlighters. But I don't know, I like having highlighters. You know what I'm not interested in buying, which is the opposite of everyone else? Blush. I've just gone off blush. I don't know what it is. I have enough blush, and you know what, I feel like blush takes so long to use, and I also don't like putting a lot of blush on. I just don't think it suits me, so I will go out and buy bronzers, highlighters, foundation, anything over a blush at this point. Oh, okay, so I really like this look. I did use all 3 of the palettes, and I also used Pastel Roses, so a bunch of different shades. I didn't do too much of the blue underneath, but so far so good in this. It's mostly mattes with a few like satins, but I kind of like that it's mostly mattes because I don't think I have those mattes in other palettes, so that was fun. And then obviously this Techni Days is just beautiful. I only use 2 shades in here though, so I definitely need to play around with it a little bit more, but I think it's a lot of fun, and I like that it's a smaller palette, and yeah, I like it. And then the Pastel Roses, I really like the Carrot Cake one that I have in the inner corner, like the inner part. This one is very pretty, but it kind of blends into what I had, but the other one, it's got like a shift to it. It's like a yellow shift. It's really beautiful. I have to tell you, I think I liked everything that I used. The only thing that I wasn't super keen on is the lip gloss, but it's nice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I just wasn't expecting this color, but actually it is pretty nice. Ooh, let me just do the spray. So this one is new to me, but I have been using it because it's in my Shop My Stash. This is the Essence Fix and Last 18 Hour. So this is good. It does make your like makeup last, especially when it's hot and stuff. But the problem with this is the spray is horrendous. It feels like someone's spitting on my face. I end up getting clumps of liquid all over my face. The first time I did it, I had a huge clump here. But it, you know, once it settles and stuff, it is fine. But that's the only thing that I would say is a dud. But I already knew that. Yeah, so anyway, that is my video for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I went through some of the questions okay. I don't even remember what I answered, to be honest. But if you want me to do another Q&A, I probably want like a sit down and maybe just ask me like more personal questions or things outside of project panning or makeup. That's absolutely fine as well. I don't mind. Whatever you want to know, just let me know. But it was fun to see what everyone wanted to see, which was mostly about project panning and makeup, let's be honest, and also YouTube. So that's what I spoke about. But if you want me to speak about anything else in particular, just let me know, and I'm happy to do another style video like this, or even like an assumptions video, like what do you assume about me? Is it bad? Is it good? I am terribly insecure, so I always feel like people assume the worst about people, especially me. I'm a total hypocrite because I assume the best from people and I give people advice not to be insecure, but when it comes to me, I'm incredibly insecure. So I'm just curious, what do you guys think? But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you tried any of these products that I've tried, let me know if you like them or not. And yeah, that is my video. Thank you so much. I hope everyone is doing well, and I will see you next time. Bye.